Hi all, welcome to the session on Python programming. In this video, you will learn how to write your first Python program. So before moving to the coding part, I want to ask you a question. Do any one of you know this person? Yes, you are right. He is Gerdo van Rossum. He is known as the author of the Python programming. He created Python in 1989 and in 1991, Python was released as open source. Let's move to the Python programming. So what is the most important thing that is necessary to start Python programming? Yes, you are right. It's Python environment, right? So before starting your Python programming, you should make sure that Python is installed in your system. Since Anaconda is installed in your system, the latest version of Python will be there along with that in your system. If you want to make it sure, you can go to the command prompt and from there you can just type Python --version. Then you will get Python 3.8.0, which is the Python version that is installed in my system. Python programming language has different modes of operation. One is an interactive mode and the other is the script mode or the program mode. The Python provides a Python shell, which is otherwise known as Python interactive shell, that is used to execute a single Python command and get the result. For getting into that Python shell, you just type a Python command and press enter. And now you are into the Python interactive shell. You can see a Python prompt comprising of 3 greater than symbols. That means your Python shell is waiting for the input command from the user. As soon as the user enters the command, it executes it and displays the result. Okay, here you can enter any single statement. So if I am giving 23 here and entering it, it will just execute it and display the result. Right? Like this, you can give any other number. It's an interpreter, right? So if I am giving some arbitrary value like 45, it will just execute it and get the result back. You can also go with some string value like string. It will just display the string back. If I want to enter a simple expression like 2 plus 3, just enter 2 plus 3 and press enter and it will display the result in the next line. So Python shell executes a single statement. Working directly in the interpreter is convenient for testing short bits of code. Think of this interactive mode as a scratch paper used to help you work out problems. So if you want to execute multiple statements at the same time, what you can do is you can create a Python file. So we are entering into the program mode or script mode with our first Python program, that is to print hello world. So if you want to do Python programming in script mode or program mode, you need a file where you can save all your Python statements. So here I am taking a notepad and going to save it as hello world. That's the naming convention for a file in Python. Or you can say that you are following a snake case for naming a Python file. That is hello underscore world. If it is a single word, you can just write hello. Hello.py, that will do. But I'm trying to give more meaningful name for my file. Since I am going to print hello world, I am going to give the name hello underscore world to my program file. give the extension as .py. So .py is the extension for Python file, and just save it. So if you want to exit from that, you can just give exit. That will do. So I have given the command cls for clearing my command prompt. I forgot to mention one more thing. You can also enter the Python shell directly from here, Python command line. You are now into the Python shell directly. Okay, you can do like that also, or you can go to the Python shell using the Python command from the command prompt. So now you have to write the Python statement, right? So for printing anything onto the console, what you have to do is you have to make use of the print function and just give hello world. That's the one I have to print, right? So just give hello world and close the bracket. So print is actually a function in Python 3. Just save it, and from here try to execute the Python file with the Python command Python followed by hello underscore world dot py. But you can't open the file if you are not into that folder. So first move to the folder where your Python file is saved. Okay, for that just come to your, in my case I am coming to my D drive. Come to my D drive, and inside that just move to this folder, that is Python programming, right? So Python programming, that's my folder. It's ready. From here just give Python followed by the file name, that is hello world dot py. There is an error in my file. Just go and correct it. Okay, I missed my chords, that's why. Okay, come to here, just give hello underscore world dot py. It's absolutely working, no problem, hello world. Just try with double quotes and see whether there is any change for my program or whether it's an error in Python or not. Then also I am getting hello world. So you can use either double quote or a single quote for representing string values in Python. It will work. So that's it all about our first Python program. So if I want to do some other print statement along with that, I can do that as well. Goodbye. Just save it, and from here just type it hello world and goodbye. I am getting both this. So when you are using Notepad, you are not getting any auto completion, any debugging facility, anything like that, right? And also you have to switch from Notepad to the command prompt for making it run. This is inconvenient for the programmers. So it's better to introduce some IDEs so that you can make the programming very easy. The Python installer for Windows contains the IDLE module, which is an integrated development environment for Python. So just type IDLE and you will get it. This is the IDLE, or otherwise termed as Integrated Development and Learning Environment. It's not available by default in Python distributions for Linux or in any other platform. You can have it for Windows only. So we are not using it much. You can use this ideally both in script mode as well as in interactive mode. You can see once this ideally is open, you are getting a interactive mode. So there you can just type as what we have did earlier, just keep in typing any expressions, everything is the same, will work perfectly. And if you want to create some Python scripts, you can go and create a new file. Then it will open a new file like this. Save this at first. Okay. I'm saving it is inside the Python programming folder. So inside that just give hello world dot py. See here save as type is automatically is Python files. Just save with this name, and inside this just give a print command for printing hello world. So when I start writing P, it's in some other color, right? So start writing print. Once that is completed, that means it's a keyword, right? So the color is turned to some other color. So when I am opening the bracket, here you are getting some node on that print function, right? Like print function, it's accepting this much of arguments, and value is the one that is going to be print onto the console, right? And SCP means that is separator. These are optional values. That means they are taking the separator as space, blank space, and end means the value that we are going to print. It should end with this character. Here by default it's given a new line character, that is /n. Okay, if you want to end your value with some other special character, you can give it here. And next one is the file option. That means to the media to which you want to print this value. Okay, here the default value is 6.stdout. That means it's going to write it on the standard output, that is the console. And flush equal to false means it's not flushed by default. So if you want to flush it forcefully, you can make it a true value here. It's how you are giving the Boolean values in Python. So this is the explanation for this one. So I'm just want to print like hello world, right? So just give hello world here. Okay, just close it, save it. From here you can run it using the run module or the F5 command. Okay, just give F5 command. You can see the result in this IDLE itself. That's all for this video. You have learned how to write your first Python program, that is to print hello world. But as I pointed before, this IDLE cannot be used for all platforms. So we have to look for some other IDEs that can be used in multiple platforms. So for the rest of the sessions on Python programming, we will use such an IDE named Spyder. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.